Here we are at the post office dropping off a $250 sale. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Florida Flipper, and before we get into that item that I sold, I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching the videos, and I hope that we are going to have a great season of selling in this summertime heat. Hope you guys are staying cool. Let's get into the video. I have finally been able to work through a lot of my inventory. I am on the last bit of the clothing that I got from Goodwill and Salvation Army a few weeks ago. So we're doing good on that. And then the only other thing I have left to list is some of the lighthouses I picked up also from Goodwill. And then I'll be good. It does feel nice to get all that stuff listed and to work through your inventory. Definitely something that gets a lot of weight off your shoulders when you have a lot of death pile that's not listed. It makes it kind of stressful and you're always worrying about it. I got to list this. I need to list this. And definitely clothing is one of my things I don't like to list. Without too much further ado, I'm going to get into that big item that we sold and tell you guys how much we sold it for and how much we ended up making. But first, let's just run through one little sale that we had. So you know my remotes. I love my little remotes. This is a JVC camcorder remote, and we sold this for $12 free shipping. It was actually an accidental offer, except I had this listed for $15. There was no other ones listed, so I was kind of confident in my price that, you know, no one else had it, and this guy wanted it. He first offered $7, I think, then it was $10, and then he offered $12.50 because I think I countered back at him at like 13 or something. But I was like, no, I'm not going to accept any offers. I'm just going to sell it for $15. Then he sent me the $12.50 offer, and I accidentally clicked accept. So he got it for $12.50, which I'm fine with. I mean, like I said on previous videos, I bought these remotes. My buy cost is about $1.25 to $1.60, somewhere around there. So we'll make a little bit of money on this guy. This next item is my biggest item probably of the year as far as dollar-wise. I'd have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure it's my highest dollar value item that I've sold this year, I think, if not in the top 10 for sure. I actually got this item a year ago. It's been a year on my store. I went back and checked. It was almost a year ago, a little over a year ago, because I think I got this in March when I looked at it, and it is now July. So it's been a little over a year since I got it, and I was definitely working it down. So it is a Fendi wallet. So I'll go ahead and tell you that. And when I got it on Whatnot, and I got it for a really great deal from one of my previous people that I always usually bought from. I had got it. Went and looked back. I got it for $29, plus a little bit of it was like some change because of the taxes and stuff. Because it was a very slow day on his show that day, and he was bringing out some not very interesting items, and so a lot of people that usually watch it kind of had scrolled off. Then this item popped up, and it was me and one other person bidding for it, and I ended up winning at 29. I don't know why he stopped at 29. It definitely could have gone up for a lot more, but that's one of the good things about Whatnot. If you can find the right person with, you know, not too many people in their show, and you can support them by buying the items. I mean, there's people out there that just get this stuff crazily cheap. He gets storage units, but I'll go ahead and show you guys the item, and then we'll go over how much we sold it for. So this is the wallet. It came in this Fendi bag, and if you don't know what Fendi it is a high-end luxury brand. They make clothes, purses, that kind of stuff, but it's just this tiny little wallet, which it's brand new, and it comes with its COA in there. So it comes with this card, came with it. That just kind of gives you some information about it, what it is, what the style is, and that kind of stuff. So it is definitely authentic. And yeah, it's just this little trifold baguette style wallet, and we sold it for $250. Now I had this listed at one point for $300 to $400 range, somewhere around there. And obviously, since it's sat on my store for a year, and just over time, just doing more research, you know, looking at it more in depth, looking at other comps, because there is nothing exactly like this one out there. But I was able to kind of get my price more in line. I used ChatGPT to kind of go over it. Like I put that card in there and just said, hey, can you look up this design and everything? So over time, I've been lowering it. The past few weeks, I've been optimizing my store. Like I told you guys, I wanted to start looking at all my older items and kind of go through them, figure out if there still should be on my store, if I should just throw them away, do an auction, whatever. And this is one of the items. So I went ahead and redid this whole item. I kept the pictures and everything because I took really good pictures of it when I did it originally, but did a little bit more research and I set it for $299.99 buyer pay shipping. So it came all the way down from my sky high thought of 400 to down to 300. So, I dropped it $100 from what I originally had it listed for. And then yesterday I got an offer for, the guy offered me 200, which first off, it blew me out of the water because I kind of forgot that I even had this. Besides, a couple weeks ago when I was looking through, I have had no one interested in it. I don't think I've had any offers. Maybe like a very low ball offer once, but no offers. So I was like, oh my gosh, I wanted to take it right away. I asked my wife, I'm like, this person offered me 200. I've had this thing for a year. Should I do it? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a risk because I did have it for $299, and I feel like when you're having something luxury like this and you have that high price, they're asking for $100 off what I'm charging for it. So that's a pretty steep discount, and I feel like kind of it would. I don't know. It's just something about it when it's that high end thing that you just feel like you're kind of don't want to give too much of a discount for something like that. So I countered back at $275, giving them a $25 off. And I was hoping and praying that he would come back, and he did almost immediately. Actually, it was probably like 20 minutes after I sent him that offer. He countered at 250, and I accepted. So 250 plus he paid the shipping. After everything is said and done, I'm gonna net over $190. I'm gonna look and I'll get you guys the full figure. It'll be up here, and then I'll put up what I actually made on the item right here, and then you can minus $30 that I paid for it a year ago. So yes, that is a great item. One of our biggest sales of the year so far. Super excited. Definitely needed that in the coffers. Next item is from our first Whatnot buy with the Connect that we just recently made. If you guys watched that video, this is a Minecraft sheep. We sold him for $9. Just a little item, nothing too crazy. And we had that big sale, so we're just gonna go ahead and throw all of our sales here quick to go together. And we sold this hat, which we also had for about a year, and I figured it would sell in the summertime. I think we originally listed it a little bit after the summer, maybe like August or September. So I figured in the summertime this would sell. This sold for $18 and free shipping. So nice little sale there. I think I bought it for $3. Usually that's what I get my items for from the guy I used to buy from. Unfortunately, he's only been doing like quilting stuff, and I'm just not really familiar with the fabrics and stuff, so I haven't been watching him. But luckily our new Connect with the Minecraft stuff and the different things has been going well. I almost forgot one item that we did also sell. We sold this game back here. This game right here, Human Fall Flat, and this was just me going through our stuff and games that we didn't play. So I listed a few of them, a couple more behind me. The rest we pretty much sold that I didn't need anymore. So yeah, this was just a buy that we had sitting around the house. Sold it for $21 and some change. So not
also
too bad.
Just a little packing tip for video games. Sorry, it's a little loud. My son's playing his game with his buddies, Fortnite with his buddies. But just put a piece of bubble wrap inside the case and then close it up. And then when you are packing it and shipping it off, it won't rattle around, because sometimes there has been a tendency for games that will get loose in there and then they get scratched up. So just a little tip for you guys if you don't know that. Learned it from somebody that I got a game from.
So if you go to the post office and you don't want to wait in the long line, which today there's no line, but come up to the kiosk if they have one here, and make sure you scan your packages before you dump them in the chute. That way you will get your shipping tracked, and it'll go ahead and cover you, because sometimes if they forget to scan it or something, or it just doesn't get scanned while it's traveling, it can give you like a late acceptance rate. So yeah, little trick here. Our $250 item going in. You get your little receipt here, and that way the person knows that the package has been scanned, and if anything happens, the post office will be responsible. Everybody, I wanted to say happy 250. July 4th is here. I hope you guys are celebrating, having fun. I hope that you, if you don't like the fireworks, you're bundled up close with your family, hanging out and chilling. Get those thunder jackets on the dogs. I'm sure it's going to be a loud one this year. 250 years of America, definitely an amazing milestone that we get to live through. So I hope you guys enjoy the holiday and have a good time. That's going to be doing it for me, guys. I'm going to go off and shoot some fireworks and have some fun with my family. I hope you guys have a great one. Keep on selling. Let's get it. Mr. Florida Flipper, out.